And so I think for our industry, why I'm so bullish is I think they're both going to come in. They want these voters. My dog thing resonated. I got leaned all over the place.
No.
There are 55 million dog owners in America. There are 85 million crypto owners. That's a crazy stat. We are a political force.
Bitcoinzilla stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoinzilla today and enjoy the new edge. In today's video, Mike Novogratz covers how crypto has evolved from 2014 to 2024. What's Wall Street's current perception of our industry? The recent Ethereum ETF launch, politics, and macro.
You know, we've had the first ETF with Bitcoin. Now we've got the Ethereum ETF. We have a huge change of heart around the politics of crypto. I mean, this Bitcoin National Conference is going to be electric. Donald Trump is the great opportunist who says, hey, they're 10 million single issue voters. I want them.
Yeah.
And so there is rumor he is going to announce a strategic reserve for Bitcoin. I think that would make the price go significantly higher.
What?
Like who would have thought in the wildest dreams? And all of a sudden, you know, listen, I don't know if I haven't seen his speech. I know Kennedy is speaking before him. He's very pro-crypto. It's an all-star lineup out there. I know Cynthia Lummis is giving a speech, and there's potential that she's going to prop something in her bill. And so you could see this build on it. And I would also tell you that the Democratic presumptive nominee, Kamala Harris, and her people are saying, wait a minute, I can't not be, you know, she's from San Francisco. She understands the benefit of tech and in terms of growth. And so I am very certain the Dems are going to make a big pivot on saying, hey, the Biden administration was wrong on this. Let's dump Gary Gensler. Let's be tech and innovation forward. And so all of a sudden we've got two parties that are going to start fighting over us pariahs. And it's pretty freaking exciting. And so, you know, it'll be interesting. You could do a second podcast next week to see if all this plays out. But it's got the market really excited. And I think, listen, if Trump announces it, it's a game changer. Prices are a lot higher. You know, then there's call it a 55% chance he wins right now, or call it 50-50. And then if he wins, does he follow through? Probably 80%. But if he follows through, there's probably an 80% chance other banks, central banks and reserves start buying it. And all of a sudden, what we thought was kind of fun to talk about, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 crypto, actually is in the realm of possibility. And, you know, 700,000 crypto is gold. It's roughly the market cap of gold, right? 14 trillion, something around there. Maybe gold's a little higher now because gold price went up. But like that seemed like fantasy. And now there is it's not base case, but it's a possibility. And so that's pretty freaking exciting.
Bitcoin traders expect an upward movement for Bitcoin's price in September, but have held back on whether it will hit the long-awaited six-figure mark by the end of 2024. Bitcoin is still on track for a September breakout. Pseudonymous crypto trader Rect Capital told their 483,800 followers on July 30. Rect explained that while Bitcoin failed to break out of the reaccumulation range, the period where buyers accumulate in anticipation of more upward price movement, in the 100 days following the Bitcoin halving in April, such a breakout was always going to be unlikely. On July 29, 100 days after the April halving, Bitcoin traded only 2.11% higher at $66,343, according to CoinMarketCap data. It's now slightly below that at $66,283 at the time of publication. Several traders believe Bitcoin will more likely breach the $100,000 mark in 2025 rather than in 2024, as some predicted. The higher time frame Bitcoin chart does look great to me, pseudonymous crypto trader Don Crypto Trades told Cointelegraph. It echoed a similar view to crypto research firm Reflexivity Research founder Will Clementi. who commented that the Bitcoin quarterly chart is looking insane in a July 30X post. I think six figures this year might be a bit early, but I am pretty confident that we'll see it somewhere in 2025, Dane Crypto Trades added, citing positive macroeconomics. We topped out at 69K last cycle, and 100K would only be a 1.5x from that previous all-time high. If we account for inflation during that time, it's even less, so I think $100,000 is a perfectly reasonable target, considering where the world and the crypto space is right now. In the short term, Dan Crypto Trades said he is eyeing the $70,000 to $74,000 range, which has seen a lot of rejections over the past couple of months. I suspect we will see rapid expansion higher once BTC can break above that price range, he added. Quantum Economics founder Mehdi Greenspan explained to Cointelegraph that the chart shows a clear range between $55,000 and $73,000, which has been playing out since March. At the moment, it is testing the upper bounds of that range, Greenspan said. Similar to the wider crypto community, Greenspan believes that former United States President Donald Trump's recent Bitcoin push will only help Bitcoin's price break out of extended consolidation. It seems that my prediction at the start of the year that this cycle would be driven by nation-state FOMO is now coming to pass, Greenspan said.
Like, a group of people sat with him, people that had a lot of his respect from other things they've done in life, sat with him and said, Larry, you're not thinking about this right. Let me explain to you why this is important. And what gets people in TradFi to understand is what's something that I think Satoshi must have seen. It's not in the white paper, but he must have seen it, right? Post '08, what came out of '08 in the reaction was a move to populism. Right? What was the reaction in '08? It was bail out the hedge fund guys, bail out the insurance companies, and, we're going to have a lot of people lose their houses. And so if you're a little guy, you're like, this system's no fair. That's the beginning of saying, screw the system. And Satoshi's paper was a screw the system paper. And it's like, we don't trust the system. Populism is coming. So what does populism end up being in political terms? It means I'm going to spend more, and I'm going to spend more, and I'm going to spend more. Donald Trump was the first populist president we've had in my lifetime, right? We had neoliberal politics. George Bush, Bill Clinton, their policies were really damn similar. Donald Trump was like, spend it. And then Joe Biden came in and kind of hijacked by the progressives. He's like, I got to spend more. I got to get people pay off medical debt, pay off college debt, right? And so we've had this reckless spending since 2016. There's no end in sight. And so when you're Larry Fink, you say, if you're going to see dollar after dollar after dollar printed, it's going to debase the dollar, and let me buy something like gold or silver. Bitcoin is just digital gold. And I've always believed we should keep the story that simple. It's not going to be payments. It's not going to be just digital gold. We're not going to buy our tennis shoes in Bitcoin, right? Because we think it's going higher. Who's going to buy your tennis shoes in something you think is going higher? But if it's a place that average Americans and average Sudanese people and average Egyptian people can take some of their hard-earned wealth and store it and feel like it's safe because they trust this code and they trust this community. It's not just the code. It's the community that participates in the code. And I think that's, one guy told him, then he brought in experts, and Larry met with a lot of smart people, including people at his own firm, and said, I get it. And he's also very good at reading the tea leaves. Hey, if this is going to be important, BlackRock needs to participate. And so all of a sudden they help credentialize.
Fund flows to United States-listed spot Ethereum exchange-traded funds have flipped to a daily net positive for the first time since its launch day, due mainly to a slowdown in bleeding from the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. Net inflows across all 9 spot Ethereum ETF came in at $33.6 million on July 30, according to preliminary data from Farsight Investors and decentralized aggregator Tree News. While the figure itself isn't that impressive, it is the first time the funds have registered an inflow outside of its launch day. Around $547 million have left the spot Ethereum investment products since July 24. BlackRock's eShares Ethereum ETF made up for the largest inflows on July 30, at $117.9 million. Fidelity's Advantage Ethereum ETF earned $16.4 million, while Bitwise Ethereum Fund and Franklin Ethereum ETF earned $3.5 million and $3.7 million, respectively. Grayscale's ETH, meanwhile, saw its smallest day for outflows at just $120.3 million, just a quarter of its outflows on launch day. Others registered zero inflows and outflows. Ethereum advocate Anthony Sassano commented on the positive flip, calling it Larry Fink's birthday present to Ethereum. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.